Congratulations! If this video has made it to your feed, then that means that you have been selected by the YouTube algorithm to take part in No Net November. That's right. Not that nasty one that you're thinking about, but instead we're talking No Internet November, which I know this sounds a little bit counterintuitive to post a video on the internet to tell other people not to use the internet, but it's something that I'm challenging myself to do. And I think that we could all benefit a little bit from, I don't know, stepping outside of our comfort zone and into the outside world. Just a little disclaimer, I'm not following a script here, so do your best to follow along, because I think scripts are lousy and everything feels better when it comes from your heart and when it's passionate and completely driven by the moment. So these are just thoughts that have been collecting for quite some time now that I think would be a good way to release naturally and just release my stream of consciousness here to share with you all. So again, congratulations. You are very lucky if you have found this video. At least I would consider myself lucky. What do I consider myself? I don't know. A lot of things that don't seem to be important in this moment when I'm standing outside, breathing the fresh autumn air, looking at the wonderful scenery surrounding me and the squirrels bustling through the yard. And I can't help but think that, you know, this is the way that it's intended to be sometimes, because I'm sure just the same as everybody else, I find myself getting addicted to the internet. Yes, that nasty word, internet, and wanting to watch YouTube shorts all day. Not all day, but when I'm on the toilet. Or I think we've reached a point in our society where we have all, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us, have kind of lost our touch with reality. And it's easy to kind of just regurgitate what we see on the internet and what is being forcefully fed down our throats per our YouTube algorithm or whatever social media platform you so desire. Insert their name here. And a lot of this stuff is garbage, as I'm sure anybody might have noticed. You didn't need me to tell you that. And this is probably garbage to some people too, and that's okay. If you think this is garbage, you don't have to stay. But in the midst of all the garbage, there are some wonderful pieces of passion projects that exist in this world, and I'd like to see more of that, but not during No Net November. Because guess what? I've said that a few times now. I haven't said what it means. Or maybe I did. I don't know. But basically, don't use the internet at all for the whole month of November, and then check back in with me at the end, as I will check back in with you all to see how we did, what we learned, what we grew, or how we grew, what skills we might have learned, what books we might have read, what drawings we might have created, or stories we might have wrote. And I think it might be good to disconnect from the net and reconnect with ourselves and the outside world around us, because it's reaching a point where I'm not even having fun watching YouTube videos anymore. I watch a YouTube video, sometimes I find myself getting upset. It's like, wow, people are really watching this, and I'm one of those people. And that goes for YouTube videos, YouTube shorts, and popular streamers in today's day and age. I feel like a lot of them it's turned into a battle royale of some sorts, where it's like, oh, who's gonna be the best streamer and have the least amount of controversial things happen and what have you. And it turns into a lot of people pointing fingers like, oh, well, this streamer did this. Wow, would you look at that? And this creator is this way, and blah, blah, blah. It's just, can you imagine if I sat there all day at work Because basically, all right, let me rewind a little bit. Content creators and all that of the sort are technically all co-workers. They all exist in the same workspace, different platforms, but what is YouTube to TikTok to wherever else you're consuming media from? And I couldn't imagine if I sat there all day and my whole job was just revolving around pointing out what my coworkers are doing wrong. Now granted, there's people that don't do that, but there's plenty of people that do. And for the people that do that, it's like, why? And why is it on my feed? Especially when I'm saying, whoa. Especially when I'm saying like, not interested, or don't show me this, or for certain like live streams that are coming across that are just absolutely like ridiculous. I'm not going to name any names here, but stuff that is just the true definition of brain rot. And I'm not claiming to be any better than anybody else. Nobody's perfect. I'll be the first to admit that. But I think we should all be able to admit that. What does it matter what I think? I don't know. Maybe somebody values my opinion. I value my opinion. And I like to think some people close to me do, but I could be wrong. And when it's all said and done, and we're just like in the movies when we're laying down on our deathbeds, and our whole life flashes before our eyes, am I gonna really sit there and think about all the YouTube shorts that I watched, or the YouTube videos that I watched, or the YouTube controversy that happened? No, I'm gonna think about the purest forms of joy that I've experienced, and the people that I loved and hold dear, and the accomplishments that I made, and the people that I touched, figuratively, and had an impact on. And that's only if I get to lay down on my deathbed and I don't die randomly on the way to work someday, or having a tree fall on me, because that would be awful. But I don't want to speak that stuff into existence, so we're gonna knock on wood here. A few extra times for good measure. But kind of all over the place with this stream of consciousness, and I understand. So if you're still here, thank you. But basically, I'm posing a challenge to myself and to anybody that finds this useful to not use the internet for the whole month of November. No net November, hence the name. And what will that entail? Well, let's break it down. We could put it into different categories. We can go beginner mode, where you don't use the internet, but maybe you still listen to music, and maybe, when you're on the toilet or something, you still watch a video or something, because it could be hard to just go cold turkey. Excuse me. I get that. Then we can go easy mode, which would be however you might define it. Every other day, maybe you catch up on what you feel like you might be missing out on. But let me tell you, little disclaimer, you're not going to be missing out on much, because guess what? It's all crap. But then we can go medium or intermediate mode, where maybe once a week you check in. Maybe you have people that you'd like to check in, that you keep in contact with on social media, old friends or anything of the sort. I understand that. Let's do it like that. Then hard mode. We can go no internet whatsoever, but every 2 weeks, like halfway through the month, you have a day where you let yourself just catch up. And maybe you'll realize, wow, what am I catching up on? Nothing. That's the beauty of it. There's nothing going on the internet. But I'm contradicting myself, because I'm putting this video on the internet, and I get that. But I'm gonna post this video, and I'm not gonna look at it until December. And I'm gonna see how it did, I guess. Why do I care? I really don't. But it'd be cool to know that there's other people out there that think like me and that agree with some sort of sentiment that I'm having. And then we can go expert mode November, where you just turn your phone off completely, and your computer and your TV and anything else, and you just leave it somewhere locked up in a box and you forget about it. And then you check it in December. And guess what? By that time, you might not even want to check your phone, because you might be reading a good book, or you might be involved in something in the community, something bigger than watching a YouTube video. You might find yourself branching out more and trying things that you've never tried, like going to a painting class or a yoga session, or just simply taking a walk down the street, which I intend to do shortly after I finish with this video. But yeah, I had these thoughts lingering in my head all day, well, for a few days now, and now that I'm recording it, I'm like, I don't even remember what I wanted to say. And that's because I think the more I talk about it, the sillier I feel like I sound. But when all is said and done, the offer still stands. If you want to challenge yourself to No Net November, you could start late. I know it's November 3rd. You might see this on November 4th. You might see this on November 5th. Whenever you decide to do the No Net November, try 30 days. Get some exercise, eat right, drink water, and really connect with yourself and the world around you, the stuff that's real, the stuff that you can see and touch with your eyes and with your hands, not just your phone screen. Because a lot of this stuff contributes negatively to society. And who knows, maybe my video is going to contribute negatively to society. I'm not going to be the one that decides that. That's up to you. And you, and you, and you, and you. And if your name is, excuse me. If your name is Gregory, this one's for you. I bet you I just freaked somebody out. I like when people do that in videos. That's funny. I wish my name was Greg and I got freaked out by that. But regardless, it's a beautiful world we live in. Don't get distracted by the bull crap, and don't let me tell you what to do. Do it on your own volition. Get inspired. Make a change, make a difference, and be present in your day-to-day life. And I'll do the same. And I'll leave my email in the description. Excuse me. For if anybody wants to share their progress at the end of No Net November, please send me an email. And I'd love to check it out December 1st, where I'll post an update video and include at your discretion if you would like to be involved in that as well. So, with that being said, goodbye to the internet. That was tough. That was really tough to say. No, it wasn't. That was all a ruse. That was an act. I don't feel any different than I did the day that I was born, before the internet was even, maybe the internet was around, but I didn't know it was. Now that I know it is, it pains me. But I think there might be something I'm forgetting. If there is anything, let me know in the comments. And until next time, good luck out there. Try something that you've never tried before. And do it at your own pace. But don't let me tell you what to do. Okay, people? Peace out.